Hello everyone, this is Bernice here at the Nappy Mouse. Today I wanted to show you how to make these cards right over here, and a while back I made a video making these cards from Cavallini Company, and I do have a video on this. I will provide the link down below, but we made these cards using the vintage postcards from Cavallini Company, and what these were this was the garden variety one, and it came with 12 glitter cards and 12 vintage postcards, 2 of each design. So you get 6 designs, 12 in this one here. But this one, we are going to use the Celestial vintage postcards. And this particular one comes with 18 assorted postcards, 2 of each design. And so this is all the designs over here. And I decided to make them into cards. And this, I was thinking more of the masculine side over here. So, you know, we've done the women part or the feminine side. Let's do a little bit more masculine side. So yeah, these are all the vintage postcards that you'll get. They're all reproductions over here, and they're beautiful as they are right now. But I wanted to just spruce them up just a little bit. So today I'll be using this design over here. And we will be using now these particular cards are 5x7s. So this will make great anytime cards or excuse me, any occasion cards. Could be birthday, could be, well, I don't know about anniversary, but it could be birthday, could be just because, friendship, that sort of stuff. So, and then it's great to have them on hand too, and to be flexible for whenever that particular occasion comes up, then you have it. Oh, there's another one over here that turned out really nice. Okay, but let's go ahead and make this one. So this is what we're going to use, and the supplies that you're going to need is 1 12x12 solid cardstock, and I'm going to be using this one here. This is from My Colors, and the name of this is Pine Forest. It is from My Colors cardstock. Yes, 12x12. So that's going to be the base card right there. And then the matte part, which is this right here that we're using, is actually from Bo Bunny. This is a 12x12, and I wanted to use a contrasting color here, more to like make it pop up and have the difference. I like working a lot with contrast. But this one here is a double dot lemonade, a double dot from Bo Bunny. So yeah, or Bo Bunny Press. So we'll need this, and then also we'll be using a copy paper, and that's going to be the inside lining. So if you just get a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of copy paper, that's all you're going to need. I am using also VersaColor Ink, and this is 154 in bark. And then you'll also need a sponge dauber or some kind of sponge, because we're going to be inking the edges, making it look a little bit different from the other project that I created. So yeah, we'll have that. And then you'll need this gel pen. This is optional, but it does make your card look really nice. And all this is to kind of highlight those little stars or little specks. Can you see in this example over here how I just added a little bit of shimmer, but it's not too much, but it just gives it a little bit of pop to it. So yeah, this is the jelly roll, and this is by Sakura. It doesn't have the name on it, but it's XPGB number 703, and I will have the supply list also to the side and down below too. And then you'll need some dimensionals or the white foam dot. I'm using this one over here, and I believe this is from GoWashi. So you'll need 5 of this over here, and then just the regular trimmer, your bone folder, a scoreboard, and some scissors. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's create that card base. So we'll be doing a lot of cutting now, and I will set this aside and let me get my scoreboard trimmer here. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is get your 12x12 solid paper over here, and we are going to excuse me, let me get to the right one before I'm giving you the wrong directions. Okay, so I like to see where this is at right here. So you'll take this, open it up, and you're going to cut it, trim it at 2 inches, and you're going to remove this piece. You won't be needing this particular piece for this project, but do save your oh, I didn't, what did I do? Well, it happens, but we're not going to be using that side anyways. Let me just trim this off, but don't throw this 2 inches. This could be saved for another project. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Okay, and then we will score it at 5 inches. So take your bone folder over here and then score it at 5 inches. Okay, and then turn it to the 12 by 12 side over here. And let's see if I can get that part cut out. Okay, so kind of like, since I goofed there, let's go ahead and cut this at 5 inches. I'm sorry. So at 5 inches, there we go. And then this also could be saved for a future project. All right, then you've got this one over here. Set this aside for now. And then let's take our double dot over here. This is actually for the mat. And what we're going to do is trim this excess part, which that's about 1/4 of an inch. So let me remove that here. And then we'll toss that aside. Okay, and now you're going to cut it at 4 inches 2 times. And you'll have 3 strips. Okay, and then take, I'm only going to do it to 1, but you'll do it to all of the strips here so you can make your cards. And then you're going to set it at the 12 by 12 side over here, and again you're going to cut it at, no, this one is cut it at 6. No, sorry, it is 6. Yes, I am so sorry. Okay, there you go, and you'll get 2. And the total for this, you will get 2, 4, 6 of the mats from 1 sheet of paper. Okay, and then before we put this away, what I want to do is take your 8.5 by 11 inch copy paper, and we are going to create the lining so that way we can just set aside the mat and the scoreboard and not use it. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is fold this in half. So at the 11 inch side, you go ahead and fold it in half, and then we'll cut it at 4 7/8 over here, and then you'll turn it and cut it at 6 7/8 over there. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm touching the top part, so I'm folding it from, well, here's half. So you're at the 11 inch side, fold it in half, okay? And then you're going to cut it at 4 7/8, okay? And then this is a toss, and then you're going to turn it to the 8.5 side, and then cut it at 6 7/8, okay? And then set that aside. Okay, so now we're done with this. And let me set all of this aside here. It's amazing. You make the simplest projects and it's always like creating a little mess here. So yeah, well anyways, but we'll get this done. Okay, so now we're going to take our solid cardstock over here, and this is your card base. I'm going to take this off. Okay, come on. All right, there we go. And then go ahead and fold it in half. Now, I know that, you know, you can fold these cards or this type of paper in half without scoring it, but the problem is because it's so thick, you almost need to guide the fibers of the paper to the direction that you want, and so that's why scoring is a lot easier. Okay, so go ahead and use this. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, you are going to need some kind of glue or a tape runner. The tape runner that I'm using is from 3L Adhesive, excuse me. And this is repositional. So go ahead and get your cardstock and make sure that it's opening to the right side. Get your lining paper over here. We're going to run a tape across the edge of the fold line where the lining is. And always great to double check. I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake. And then once you've got that strip of adhesive right there. You're going to go ahead and open up and then line it up, having 1/8 of an inch on the top and the bottom. So you're just going to stick it in the middle. And this here is just to have a saying. You know, this is the dark paper, so it's kind of hard to write on it, but now you have a place where you can write. You can add pictures over here, or have a whole bunch of people sign on this side over here if you wanted to do that ahead of time before sticking it onto your card. That's perfectly okay. It's actually, I do advise that in the event that, you know, you make a mistake on this, at least it's not stuck to it and you can redo this lining part. And the reason why I have you put the adhesive on the top part is that when the recipient opens up the card, the paper goes with the front side of the card. So it's not like they have to, you know, turn twice. So yeah, there you go. So that's your card right there. And now we're going to take the postcard over here and we'll get our ink. Where did I put my ink? And this one over here, and we'll get our sponge dauber, and we're going to make this even more vintage. So all I'm doing is just kind of dabbing the side and more so on the corner. Here we go. And if you're going to make more than one card using this collection from Cavallini, you know, this is just great to, while you're watching TV or, you know, talking on the phone, or, you know, just maybe staying outside. It's cooling down now, and so it's a great time to just kind of stay outside on the patio or whatnot. This is a great thing to do, and it, you know, it's kind of therapeutic too. But there you go, and I'm almost done here. Okay, alrighty, awesome. And then if you want to dab it here, you know, here and there, you can't really tell because this particular design is dark, but yeah, that's it. Okay, and oh, and get one of these too. I totally forgot because on the samples that I made, I did it also. But take your sponge dauber, and this is your mat right here, and go ahead and ink up the edges to make that look distressed. May not look like it's a big deal, but it's going to show more of a depth to it and just give your card just like that little bit of detail, a little bit of wow, without spending like way too much time in it. Okay, there we go. And also, as a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Or if you know anybody else who would be interested in looking at these, yes, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get our dimensionals here. We're going to put one in the middle. Oh, here's my notes here. This is the sample that we're going to film. Put one in the middle and then one on each corner. Okay, set that aside, and now let's take the protective layer out, off. And also, if there's any other projects that you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments section right there. How I put this down, or any of the other ones that have the dimensional or the sticky side, is I kind of like lay it down. I know that I want it to be 1/8 of an inch. And so I just make sure that the side and top and bottom is pretty much like that. Carefully put it down, make sure that it's centered top and bottom and on the sides. And if I'm happy, I will just press that down. Okay. Now I'm going to get my liquid glue here. You can use the this here also if you want to. It is pretty quick. But because we're using a thicker cardstock, I'm okay with just using this. Sometimes when you use thinner cardstock and you use liquid glue, it kind of tends to buckle up and it doesn't really look nice. So if that's the case, I would go more with this here. But if you're using thicker cardstock, then you're fine. Okay, now let's get our card base, making sure that where it's open is on the bottom part, and we're going to center this. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's already upside down. Oh my God. Okay, at least it wasn't dried and I caught it in time. There we go. Cool deal. This particular glue I really, really like. It's a Scotch Create. It's a permanent tacky glue. It works great, but it dries very fast. It's almost like the hot glue gun of the, you know, cold liquid glue collection. Dries really fast. I really love this glue. Okay, well, if you wanted to stop right here, you have a great card. You don't need to go any further, but I like to just bling it up just a little bit, you know. And so what I'll do is I take this gel pen right here, and this particular gel pen has a metallic or kind of like a glitter on the inside, and it does take like maybe 5 minutes to dry, but yeah, I would just set it aside. But I'll just do this, and all these little stars over here, I'll go ahead and just, you know, go over the stars over here. If I wanted to just dot it like this, I can. But yeah, you don't have to be an artist to do this. I mean, this is just tricks of the trade, and it's there for you. So all you're doing is just pretty much drawing right on top of it. But yeah, there you go. And then if you wanted to add some here, I'm just going sporadically. I'm not even looking at anything. There we go. And then if I just wanted to dab like this, I can. Now you can see it didn't do a lot. It's not over the top, but just enough to give it some kind of little sheen to it. Oh, what happened here? Let's go like that. Okay. That'll look like it was I meant to do it. Okay, folks, well, if you like this project, I would love for you to hit the like button, and again, please subscribe to my channel, and also let me know if you want to see any other types of tutorials, if you want to see if there's a particular one you like, if you want to see more projects like this, or if you have any comments or suggestions. I would love to hear from you. Okay, folks, so that's it. Oh, let me show the rest. Here we go. And I hope you like this video over here. I had fun. I have a blast. So thank you so much for watching. You take care. Bye-bye.